you have stumbled across this video, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Superstar Oracle, and I'm here to deliver you the good vibes along with some channeled messages, collective messages, any tarot oracle readings, or just anything that embodies like personal development, spiritual development. I am someone who appreciates the beauty in life and the beauty in expanding and growing through all of our lessons. So on this channel, it's really based on growing, grounding, and expanding our horizons, expanding our life, expanding our inner knowing. So I hope that you join me for this journey. And this is like my first video that I'm officially doing on this channel, like officially. Like I'm intentionally saying, you know what, I'm gonna just start randomly doing channel messages just because I feel like a different flow has arisen. And yeah, I want to just share these messages with you guys, and I also want to put myself out there. I've been doing a lot of my channel messages on TikTok and Instagram, so I think it's time to dive fully into YouTube, and this is gonna be like my little like video diary type of vibe. Nobody really knows about this channel, so if you find this channel, you found a nice little purple door in the back way of YouTube, so welcome in. Subscribe, like, comment, let me know if this message resonates with you guys at all, right? And yeah, feel free to share this out to anyone you believe would appreciate this message or appreciate my channel. So I'm gonna get straight into it. So today is June 17th, 2026. First, I'm going to do some numerology, y'all, because I love all things that are mathematical. I got my bachelor's in finance, so I got to use this thing. You feel me? So since it is June 17th, right, we have our 6 plus 1 plus 7 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6, right? We're going to do the whole year with that, right? 6 plus 1 is 7 plus 7 is 14, 16, 18 plus the 6 is 24. Now 2 plus 4 equals 6. The number 6 is a powerful message of balance, harmony, and unconditional love. It urges you to prioritize self-care, nurture your personal relationships, and find stability between your material goals and your spiritual well-being. So we're talking self-care, we're talking compassion, we're talking having a balance between your materials and the spirit that you embody, right? And the kind of devotion that you give to your soul's growth. And what's so lovely about this number is that since June is the number 6, right? June is also deeply connected to the Sacred Heart of Jesus, and the symbolic flower that is represented for June is the rose, right? And it's really about the embodiment of unconditional love and self-love, self-care. It's about the nourishment of your own soul, the nourishment of your own faith. And when it comes to being in that I guess arena, right, it feels like an arena. It feels like there's different levels and different gateways into our soul's growth. And after you've conquered one aspect of yourself, you are then guided to go to the next level, the next stage of conquering yourself, and that is very significant here. But nonetheless, I got a couple of channel messages, right, from yesterday into today. Yesterday was June 16th, today is June 17th, right? So yesterday was the 5, and today is the 6. So 5, 6 is very significant. Acceleration, increase in, I'm hearing revenue, increase in dreams too, in movement, in motion, right? There's something that is starting to build within the collective's energy, build within a collective's life, right? Now, the messages that I was guided to, especially the spiritual guided animals, right? The first one was the Gentoo penguin. Now, the Gentoo penguin represents unwavering devotion, romantic commitment and partnership, community and harmony, right? And this is the guide for building strong, loving relationships and finding the balance, right? As we've seen with the number 6, it's about harmony and balance as well. So this adaptability and grace that is symbolized within this bird, within this penguin, excuse me, well, the penguin is the bird, right? The endurance and the renewal energy that it embodies is calling for us to express our love and find our balance, right? And trust the process while we do those things. And so if you do see any penguins, take this as your sign that this is your message, and whatever message you do receive from this reading and channel message, and I'll probably pull a couple of tarot cards and maybe a couple oracles too, right? I pulled out my Modern Witch tarot deck, right? And at the bottom is actually the Ace of Pentacles, so there's money coming in. And I pulled out the Akashic Records oracle cards, right? And it looks like this, right? It's a lovely deck. Look, it has butterflies on it too. And then at the bottom of the deck, caring connection. A new supportive relationship is on the horizon. It might be a kindred spirit or possibly even romance. It could be someone new or the deepening of an existing relationship. Open your heart to this new connection. So I feel like a lot of the collective has some new connections coming in, whether it be kindred spirits, whether it be romantic, platonic, you name it, right? Whatever it is that's coming in, business as well, right? Whatever is coming in, it is meant for your greatest good. It's meant for you to grow and expand and learn what true connections feel like, right? Harmonious connections feel like. Now, the locations that were channeled, oh wait, the other spiritual animal, excuse me, I'm ahead of myself. Let me slow down. Rewind it back. So we have the white and colorful butterflies, right? But mainly the white butterfly I keep seeing everywhere, right? The white butterfly is really about vitality, purification, and purity, but the transformation within it, right? It's like growing into this vibrant, vitalized being, right? And I'm gonna get the definition on Google too. You know, if you ever want to know what some of these things that you see mean, right? Google, you know, whether it be white butterfly, spiritual meaning, right? What is the spiritual meaning of it, the soul essence? What can we learn from that specific animal, right? Now, the white butterfly spiritually symbolizes transformation, purity, and connection to the divine or departed souls. So some of you could be having grandparents come to you in spirit. If you do have any passed on grandparents, passed on loved ones, period. You could even be invoking their spirit, like unknowingly going to the places that they used to go to, or hearing the songs that they used to listen to and feeling their presence around you. But you could also be one of those people who, when you do something, especially something creative, you honor them by keeping them in mind and thinking about how they would feel if they heard or seen your creation. Some of you can be musicians, some of you can be artists, but you're creative, period, right? Across various traditions, it serves as a gentle reminder that you are undergoing personal growth, surrounded by spiritual protection, or receiving a peaceful message from a guardian angel, right? The 5 core meanings is visitation from a loved one, purity and peace, new beginnings, spiritual guidance, and good fortune. So yeah, I see that with the Ace of Pentacles. There's some great fortune that is on its way or is already arriving. So now the places that I received, that came across my eyes, right, my pathway, and I have to look at this one. Okay, so we have Iceland, and when I seen the image of Iceland, right, it's Jökulsárlón, Iceland. I seen auroras, right? And the auroras, they typically come from the sun, right? When the sun pushes out and pulses out different solar flares or pulses out CMEs, right? There tends to be a lot of auroral activity in the northern hemisphere, but you'll also see it like close to the equator as well, right? But auroras are very significant. Seeing an aurora. Brazil as well. Brazil is significant. Golden Cape in Croatoa, that is very significant, right? These are just places that I'm calling out that were guided my way. Now, the channeled songs I have, and this is, you know, look, I'm an Ariana Grande fan. I love me some Ari. but there was 2 songs from her that were channeled, right? I like to shuffle my playlist and then I randomly get a song and, you know, we lit. Know what I mean? Natija actually put me on with that. Shout out to Natija, y'all. Go check her out. The songs Ghosting and NASA appeared, right? So Ghosting, Ariana is really talking about how she is missing someone that is no longer here, right? And she knows she's in her new connection. She knows that the other person senses that, the other person hears her crying, the other person knows that, and that she should just ghost it, right? She should let it go. She should leave it alone. And she knows it's just a rough patch that she's going through, but she says that we'll get through this, we'll get past this. I'm a girl with a whole lot of baggage, but I love you, we'll get past this. And then she repeats, I'm a girl with a whole lot of baggage. And with ghosting, it really is, it is very intimate and vulnerable. And so I feel like the collective energy has been releasing a previous connection that is no longer around. It's something that you had to say goodbye to, even though you didn't want to. Maybe it was a sudden goodbye. Maybe it is someone that you lost, and my condolences if you did lose anybody. Or maybe it's, you know, someone that you had to ghost just because it was difficult to hold on. And I feel like that's a recurring theme, holding on and letting go, right? It's really important to let go of things that they just don't do or mean well for you, right? And there was this other part that she said where it was like, though I wish he were here instead, I don't want that living in your head. He just comes to visit me when I'm dreaming every now and then. And I also channeled dreams, right? I wrote down dreams. Dreams are very significant here. So you could be dreaming of a lover or a previous lover or a lover that you do still hold space for in your heart. Now, this can go one of 2 ways, but either way, I'm going to continue to the next song, which is NASA, right? NASA, she sings about being a star and that, you know, if her lover, and I'm looking at, I have cling wrap. I have cling wrap on my microphone stand. Don't ask me why. I just used it for something that I needed to wrap in saran wrap. But she was talking about a clingy lover, or saying, you know, if you keep me in your orbit, you know you'll drive me under. You don't want to leave me, but I'm trying to self-discover, you know. She was like, you know, I'm a star. I'm going to need space. I'm going to need space. I'm going to need space, right? And it's like her opening up, and this can definitely be connected to love as well, where it's like, you know, you can open up to love and you can have the connection, but you still value your space and your time, right? And you value your space because that's when you get to create the most. That's when you get to explore yourself the most. That's when you get to connect with yourself the most, right? Bonding is just so significant with self-love. You have to bond with yourself in order to really develop a deeper love and a deeper understanding of yourself. And this connects back to the Gento penguin and the Sacred Heart of Jesus and just the month of June overall, right? And the month of June is also connected to, in astrology and astronomy, the asteroid Juno, which Juno is also a Greek goddess, right? She was married to Zeus, and she's the goddess that represents contracts and marriage and fertility and children, right? And so that can be very significant. This can be like user coming into a partnership. Maybe you're meeting your husband or your wife. Maybe you're already connected to your husband and your wife and you don't even know it yet. You don't know they're gonna be your husband and wife. And some of you do know. Some of you do know. Maybe you had dreams about it, right? But this sense of allowing love to lead the way has been like the major reoccurring theme, at least with all the messages I've been channeling for my collective, right? Love has been at the forefront, but love has been at the forefront because you've been doing the inner work. You've been doing a lot of self-love practices and routines and habits, right? Now, let me see, the number's significant, right? That I keep seeing, that I just know, darn repetition. The number is 222. Which is about connections. It is about unions, right? Relationships. 1111 We already know what that is. That's the twin flame number. That's the sacred divine union number. That is the new beginnings number. That is the number that when you see, you make a wish, and wishes are very significant, right? And the number 333. I only gave those three numbers just for the fact that, well, I want to say 5552 because changes, right? And I keep seeing that everywhere. And 777, the luck, right? But 333 is really embodying the Holy Trinity, but it's also embodying the grace and the guidance that your angels, that your ancestors, your spirit guides are going to bring you, right? You are granted that grace as long as you're continuing to do the work and giving praise to not only God and whoever you pray to, right? The universe, your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides, and yourself, your higher self. Mourning doves are very significant too. Oh, the birds I've seen a red cardinal, right? This is the sign of hope. That's also a loved one visiting. So if you've seen red cardinals, take this as your sign that this message is for you, right? Mourning doves. And I keep seeing American crows, right? Crows are ravens, but I keep hearing them because they're cawing like at my tree. So there's a divine message that is trying to get out to the masses. And I hope I do justice by delivering it. So that's all the channel messages I have. I'm going to touch some tarot now. Y'all, I'm going to touch some tarot. I'm going to touch some tarot, and I'm going to get us a bit more insight about what all of these messages mean, right? Some of you could have already started new contracts. Oh my goodness. So I'm getting the tarot so that we can really tap into this. Some of you could have already started new contracts with work. Some of you could have started new connections, right? You met some new cool people. So I split the deck at the Moon and the Ace of Pentacles. I think you have... See, this is the thing. And I'm gonna get into this because now I'm thinking I'm getting the dreams, right? There is a gift that is being presented to you in your sleep, right? While you're sleeping, there's something that is being given to you, downloaded to you, even the Chariot and the Moon. It's like your shadow side and your light side are integrating at night. And when you're dreaming, right? When you're in your astral realm, if you do dream, some people don't dream, but if you do dream, when you're in your astral realm, there's a part of you in there that is appearing as this white light, and then there's another part of you which I feel like it stands right next to you, which is your shadowy aspect, but you hold hands in the ethers and you patrol and you explore. So any situations you do have, you're very conscious of what's going on in a dream, but you have two ways of handling it. You could handle it with your light side, or you can handle it with your shadow side, right? Seeing friends, family in your dreams can be very significant. Some of you could have seen your lover in your dream, but you could have seen their shadow side, like they appeared as like a shadowy figure. I feel like their shadow side was coming in to tell you that they're on their way, but they're doing the work, right? They're doing the work to calm their ego so that they can come to you in person. Some of you are already connected to this person, right? But this kind of dream state that you're typically in, or that you could possibly be in when you are traveling the ethers, this could also be meditation too. You could be meditating and seeing yourself or envisioning your energy separate into two, right? Separate into two, but kind of come together at the top. I'm seeing like a heart-shaped, like yin yang type of vibe. I'm getting that a lot. Yeah. Okay. And with these caring connections, I feel as if you are now in a stage where you are ready to embody your newer version of love, your newer version of being a friend, your newer version of being a lover, right? Lovers is just so significant. I don't know who's getting booed up this season, but let me know, okay? Let me know who gets booed up. I just... You know, we need more love out there, and it's okay to want a relationship even after having a failed relationship. It's okay to want love, It's really okay to want that. You know, I know a lot of people are closing themselves off to dating just because the dating scene is a bit, you know, people are still working through what they got to work through. But for the ones who are wanting that and are ready, keep an open heart, keep an open mind. You know, love comes to you in the most unexpected ways. And that's probably something that's spoken upon, like, from many people. And you know, maybe some people don't see it, some people do. But when you do see it, trust it. You know, let go of what did not work, right? Back to that song, Ghosting. Ghost the version of yourself that said, yeah, I'll never find love again. Ghost that version, because that version's not doing anything but holding you back from receiving the true love that you want. Okay, this wants to come out. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like it's been a long journey, especially when it came to your finances, when it came to your, what am I hearing? Exhibitions. Your journey has been a long one, but it's been long because God wants to show you something. God wants to show you what it looks like to put in work towards a stable foundation. Some of you could have came from families and homes and environments where it really wasn't stable. It was more so chaotic than anything, right? Ten of Swords. And with it being so chaotic, it was like you had to really learn how to change your mindset, change your behavior. And I'm looking at the Ten of Swords and it's giving that. With the Knight of Pentacles to the Ten of Swords, it's really giving like you spent a long time changing your mind, right? And in the best way possible. You spent a long time working on your thoughts, working on removing all the self-incriminating, self-deceptive, mutilating thoughts that you've had, you know. And I'm sure some of you look back at it and you're like, I can't believe I thought that about myself. And I'm here to say, if you thought some negative things about yourself and towards yourself, about the world, about who you are in this world, it's okay to forgive yourself for that, right? Don't judge yourself anymore for the fact that you had those thoughts, because the subconscious mind is literally 95% of our brain. And it embodies so many different realms, but it also embodies our pineal gland, which is our third eye, right? This is what's considered our third eye chakra. And since it embodies that, and since we're so sensitive, and since we're like magnets, but we're also like telephone poles, right? We're able to connect in a different type of network. Right? We're able to connect as one. Consciousness really has like its own wires. Like I'm envisioning like a web of consciousness connecting back to each other. So when one thought appears, someone else might have that same thought across the world, right? The same thing with Michael Jackson making music, and he said he got to make it before Prince do, right? When one artist has a thought of a song, another artist is also tapping into that same source. It's all the epicenter, right? Consciousness is within one. With the Wheel of Fortune that came out, this tells me that you actually closed out a cycle. You closed out a cycle of self-doubt, negative self-talk, self-harm. And I'm sending like so much love to you if you did ever self-harm yourself. And then the Queen of Cups at the bottom. It's really about looking at your own cup, looking at your own heart and saying, you know what? I deserve better, so I'm going to get better. I'm going to do better. I will be better. And don't even compare yourself to the past, because the past is gone. You can't compare yourself to the past anymore, right? Because it's gone. Compare yourself to yourself right now, right? Where do you want to be tomorrow, right? If you want to do any comparisons, look at where you're at now and then look at where you want to be at tomorrow. Take it day by day, you know, day by day is the way to go, day by day. So, wow, with the Emperor right behind it, you feel me? Look, the Six of Pentacles. We not playing with the Lovers. Like you don't even know that there's a connection coming in because you're so focused on loving yourself that you probably feel it. Once again, like you could be having dreams about this lover, this person, this Emperor energy, this master ruler coming into your orbit. and looking for you and seeking you. You probably feel it. But even though you feel it, you're like, I gotta keep going. But I gotta keep going for me. Because if I don't, who will? I like that. I'm being told to take this top card right here. 6 of Wands. Because if I don't, who will? Wow. Let's get 4 more cards. Where are we going with this? What is coming next? What is the present moment really leading us to? Taurus energy, Capricorn energy, Virgo energy, Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, fixed energy, right? The fixed part of it, the 3 of Swords, the fixed part of it, judgment, yeah. First off, there's some people who are getting judgment for mistreating you, causing chaos in your life, causing conflict in your life, standing in your way when it came to contracts, when it came to love, when it came to friendships, when it came to growth, right? But this fixed energy is saying, hey, you know, you've been building, you've been really focused in so much that you stayed within the parameters of what you said you were going to stay in the parameters of. And if you're a fire sign, like Aries specifically, like me, right, it's hard to stay within the parameters because we want to go explore the world and we want to keep doing more and more and more. We want to start. But the lesson in life, the lesson that has been taught with the Knight of Pentacles to the 10 of Swords to the Wheel of Fortune to the 6 of Wands is you have to finish. You have to complete before you can move to the next chapter. Wow, this message is really hitting home. Y'all, this message is really hitting home for me. I'm like, what is going on? It's a beautiful message. And the way it's coming out, it's like, I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of me. I'm proud of us. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of everything that you're doing. Whoever will see this, like, and I hope many will see this. I hope a lot of people will see this because it's kind of like the checkpoint confirmation. I can't tell you what's going to come next, but I know it's going to be successful, right? But we could take a look. We could take a look. You feel me? Get a little sneak peek. Nah, I mean. So what is currently coming next? What should the collective energy really be on the lookout for? Especially when it comes to this self-love, self-care journey that they're on. But the self-development, that's where it's at. It's really about the growth. It's really about the growth. You know, we can't really reach the levels we want to if we don't expand ourselves. 2 of Cups is coming next. We can't really, 9 of Cups, reach the levels we want if we don't allow ourselves to actually go to the next level. Right? What I tell you, we in arenas, there's different doors to this. And since there's different doors to this, wow. Let's cross this. What's the... Okay, they crossed with 2 cards with the Ace of Wands. So 2 of Cups, 9 of Cups, King of Pentacles, the Devil. I clarified the Devil and got the Hanged Man in the 4 of Wands. Now, when the King of Pentacles first came out, right, and I'm not taking reversals for our spread for this one, right? I already made it known what time it was. I need all upright. You feel me? But it did flip out in reverse, and so did the Devil. And I'm gonna explain what I'm getting from that. When I first seen the King of Pentacles flip out in reverse, my heart kind of jumped a bit. It was like, oh, who's this? What's this about? And then the Devil, I'm like, interesting, in reverse too. So the King of Pentacles is someone who's very generous, someone who's very giving, someone who takes responsibility in the physical. Like, they will get things done. They most likely had the to-do list and they mapped out what they had to do to go get that bread. You feel me? The King of Pentacles is saying, I am a master manifester, and I sit here on my throne with my wealth in hand. And wealth doesn't always have to be material wealth. It can be spiritual wealth, right? Vitality, being able to plant a seed and fertilize it and watch it grow. And with the devil really speaks about obsession, possessions, right? It's not always in a negative connotation depending on the card surrounding it. But the devil is saying there's a tie here. There is a connection that is deeply embedded that you'd have to legitimately break those chains in order to escape it. But there's no escaping something that is Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. With the Hanged Man, or the Hanged One, and the Four of Wands, clarifying the devil, it's something that is continuously thought of, right? Who is my lover? Who and when will I have this? What does it look like for me? What does a genuine wish fulfillment type of relationship look like to me? And with the Eight of Wands at the bottom, it's coming in quick. Ooh, and the Eight of Pentacles with the Temperance. It's coming in quick, right? The more you do your work, it's coming in. There's a forward motion. It's one by one. Things are coming in. But I feel like the collective energy is really scouting through how they've had their previous relationships. And now it's thinking, well, what does my ideal relationship look like? How do I want to show up in my ideal relationship, my ideal connection, right? And this can be a connection from business, from friendships, and from lovers, right? It can be all those things. Everything can be true at once, especially with the King of Pentacles. This could be your energy right here, collective, standing in that I know what I got. I know who I am. I know the value that I hold. Nothing can stop it. Nothing can alter it unless I allow it to. And it fell right underneath the Wheel of Fortune. So it's like there's a change in finances as well. There's a change in the way your money's flowing. There's a change in career, change in the way you work. Now, with the Two of Cups under the Knight of Pentacles, this can tell me that there's been a connection that has been building, right? Either in the ethers, in the background, right? You know how we got like the main program that's running on our laptop, and then we got some background stuff that's going through it. Yeah, this gives like it's a background thing. Like the work that you were putting into yourself was also being mirrored on the other hand with your connection, with your divine connection that's going to come in or is already here. Right? You've both been doing the work. With the Nine of Cups underneath the Ten of Swords, it's giving like you had a change in the way you see not only yourself and your accolades, excuse me, but with what you want in connections. Your type probably changed. Low-key, your type probably changed. She was like, yeah, I used to like the bad boy, but now I want a good man. You know, I used to like the ones who would ignore me and then I got to chase after them, but now I don't want to chase. I want to attract, right? True Empress energy, by the way. And then the Devil falling underneath the Six of Wands. It's like, I gotta have it. It needs to happen. It will happen. So it will be so. I am tied to my destined path, and that is successful. That is success. The Hanged One, Four of Wands, it's like now it's time to get that. Now it's time to get that foundation. Now it's time to get that home. Now it's time to create that home. Some of you could be saving up money to buy a house or like move into a new apartment, move somewhere, right? With the Six of Wands, Eight of Wands, it's giving moving. It's giving like you're ready to move. You're ready to pack your bags and start anew. And, you know, you're thinking about what kind of furniture you want to get. You're thinking about what the aesthetic of your house would look like, right? What kind of amenities do you want in your apartment? If you get an apartment at a nice apartment building or a condo, whatever it may be, right? Maybe you want an RV. Maybe you want to live in a van, right? So it's really giving that. But I do want to dive just one card deeper, or one layer deeper. Let's peel it back like a little onion. Let's kind of see what this King of Pentacles and this Devil is talking about. Oh, what they talking about right here. What did it come out of my hand? High Priestess. Three of Wands at the bottom. I love that the High Priestess comes out when I said, let's get a layer deeper. It's like, oh, you thought you wanted to get a layer deeper. Honey, this is up to interpretation. You already know what it is. You know who it is. You know where it is. You know where you're going. Do you really want to get deeper? Do you really want to get deeper? You sure? You're going to have to figure it out, but just know it's something that's going to be balanced out for you in the future. Wow. High Priestess, may I get one layer deeper on you? That's what I ask. High Priestess. The moon is very significant. This crescent moon. They even said, hold on, 3 of Pentacles at the bottom. Right, let me get this post. I gotta, because this is very important. So today, there's a rare moon eclipse, right? A rare moon Venus eclipse, right? And look at the moon, right? It looks like a little crescent, right? And look at the moon she's standing on, this crescent, right? It is very significant, y'all. Venus is the planet of relationships and love, right? So one of the most powerful and magical days of your love life and finances, making dreams come true and shifting your entire reality. Our moon is passing in front of Venus, bringing a rare moon Venus eclipse starting in 30 minutes. Hold on, wait, what time? when they post this? This energy brings extraordinary blessings in your love life and finances, shifting your entire reality. The planets are staying together till June 18th, which is tomorrow, y'all. I'm gonna post this video today. Like, I'll probably edit just a little bit and then it's being uploaded. Clearing past obstacles, bringing important realizations, which is the key to an easier and a better life. Claim this energy in the next 24 hours and watch it twice. Wait, interact twice, excuse me. Watch it, you see it. Wow. I'm gonna get one more deeper for the High Priestess with this. Who's this King of Pentacles? It's like we can't always tell. We can't always tell it out because it just has to happen. If we speak on it, people are gonna try to interject, right? People are always watching out for the blessings with the collective. They always want to see, oh, what's coming in. What I tell you with the Page of Swords, they're always trying to see what's coming in. So yeah, High Priestess told me, look, we're gonna have to figure out a way to relay the message without telling the whole thing, right? Because you don't want to reveal who your partner is until you actually come into connection and it's official. 7 of Swords, because what I say, people be trying to manipulate and play behind the scenes. They want to steal something. They're watching, and they're stalk watching, legitly, because they're blocked. Ace of Pentacles, they're blocked from touching this with this King of Cups coming in. I see him. Hey, what's up? So yeah, I'm going to get some Akashic oracles, right? Let's get a couple of messages from here and some advice of what we should be releasing, embodying, and letting go. What we should be releasing, embodying, letting go. Like, what are some things we need to unlock within ourselves? The Akashic oracles, or your Akashic records, is a quote-unquote spiritual pamphlet, outline, book, world, realm of every gift that you embody. It is you to a T. And with the Akashic records, it's really how your soul has left an imprint in the universe, right? The way your soul has left an imprint on God's heart. Yeah. I like that. That was a nice one. Right? Because, like, you know, God loves us. The Most High loves us. The Most High loves when we love the Most High. The Most High loves when we love God, when we love the universe, when we love ourselves. And this is the month to really stand fully in that, right? I mean, every month is, but this is the month. If you haven't completely embodied who your most authentic self is, it's time to stand in that. And don't you dare regret being yourself. You feel me? Stand your ground, reflection. Don't you dare regret being yourself to the fullest, right? Even me doing this video is kind of like stepping out of my comfort zone, because I got a lot of negative stigma against like me doing tarot readings and me being spiritual, period. You know, people, they get in their feelings if it's not by the book. Then, and you know what book I'm talking about. I'm talking about, look, study. I'm talking about the Bible. If it's not by the Bible, then it's a no-go. And it's like, well, no, I love the Bible. Every message that I got from the Bible has got me that much closer to God, but also that much closer to myself. And with those messages that I receive and that I read, right? It brings me closer to spirit because it's spiritual messages, because it's a lesson, because it's a blessing, because it lets you know the guides. The word is the word, and the word's gonna be the word, you know? But it also, like, all things do tie into each other, right? Who are we to say something is better than another when we didn't even create any of it? Well, unless you chose which books you wanted to put in the Bible, then maybe you did create it. Jump in. Let's get one more shuffle going. I'm gonna get some advice. What do we need to look at? Let's get these oracles. Love to kiss my cards. Like, why wouldn't I? Reassess, right? I'm gonna cut the deck and I'm gonna come back to that. Let's see. At the bottom of the deck, fully, completely, wholly. Stand your ground. There is something you want to fight for, yet you are choosing to hide instead. Create a boundary and speak up for what you believe in. What I'm saying, y'all, like, there are people who want to stop the collective from really embodying the light, even embodying their shadow, embodying their faith, their spiritual practices, what they know to be true within their life, respectfully. So yeah, it's really important. If you gotta put a boundary down with somebody, put a boundary down. Stand your ground. Stand 10 toes. Stand 11 toes. You feel me? 18 toes. All the toes. Both feet and both hands. You know? Compassion under that. So let's get some advice for this and close this out. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I hope this message was a powerful one for you. I hope that it brought a bit of clarity or it gave you confirmation. We didn't get too deeply into it, but it feels as if the storyline here is really about you being the successor, you being the person who goes above and beyond in their lineage, above and beyond in your lane. And now you're approaching a new chapter, or now you're in a new chapter that requires you to be the boss. It requires you to be victorious. The letter V is standing out. Victor, victorious, Victoria, Violet, Valerie, Venetian. Let's get some stuff. Some of you can work from home, work on a laptop. Some of you probably have your own YouTube page as well. YouTube channel, excuse me. Some of you could do what I do. Some oracle readings, tarot readings. Look, it ain't nothing to pick up a deck of cards, you feel me? It ain't nothing to pick up some cards. It's just the message that you speak out is what matters the most, right? Don't speak in fear, speak in love, speak in success. At the bottom, consider the options. So that kind of gives like the Two of Pentacles. You've narrowed your focus to one desired outcome. And you might be missing a bigger opportunity. Open up and let the universe send you the highest possible result. Yeah, so you have options. There's so many options, so many pathways you can go. Don't limit yourself. Allow the universe to bring it. Allow it to bring it in. Oh my goodness, there's a lot. I didn't think it was gonna be this much. I didn't think I was dropping out that many cards. So I'm gonna have to put these back. Actually, look, deception, stand your guard, compassion, grounding, reward, recognition, trust in yourself. See, like, it's stand your ground against people who want to be deceptive, because everything behind you standing your ground is everything that you've grown for yourself, which is your compassion. You've learned how to ground yourself. You've learned how to you've now entered the age of reward and recognition just because you've trusted in yourself, right? And put these back. The cards that did fall out, though, that are separate. Self-love. Self-love, the best love. You feel me? You are worthy and deserving of all the abundance in the universe. Treat yourself with the love and respect you desire, and others will follow suit. Standing on business, 10 toes, llama toes, 18 toes, loving yourself, giving to yourself, you know, drinking your teas, drinking your water, exercising, breathing that fresh air, getting grounded, going outside, admiring nature, talking to the trees, right? Talking to the butterflies that you see that pass by. Also, she has a rose coming out of her Rose is the symbolic flower for June, right? Unconditional love, but blossoming in a different way. Next one is listen. You're being asked to listen to your inner voice. It's been guiding you to do something or say something, and it's time you act on its wisdom. I really feel as if there's something that has to be spoken up on. I'm not too sure what it is, but let's get one more, right? Or maybe this is someone who has to come approach you, because I did see the eight of wands, right? And the emperor, who is honestly, he's in the background on his way. Or she. Them. Let's get one more card, please. Let's get one more card, please. Self-love, listen. You got to listen to your heart more. Listen to yourself. And take the high road. You're at an impasse with a relationship or a situation. It's now time to think bigger, release desired outcomes, and take the most positive course of action. Back at the bottom, consider the options. What is this choice here? Is this, could be past people coming back. It could be a past lover that may reappear. That's why, like, I did see when the King of Pentacles came out in reverse, someone who doesn't give, someone who hasn't given, plus the Devil in reverse, which is like, the Devil in reverse actually isn't a bad card. Is really, the meaning of it is like to release the impulses or control or possessiveness, right? To heal, to be in a healing energy. So, just because I'm very curious, I kind of want to know what this decision here is. What is this decision? Is there someone y'all holding on to that needs to go? Is there a chapter that's been closed that you have to let end completely? Ghosting, that comes back to ghosting. Two of Swords, ghosting. Ariana Grande. Let me just get, what is this decision? What has to be released here? Tell me about this. I know we were going to get the Hermit. This is something within yourself. 10 of Pentacles. Yikes. Just flying everywhere. The Sun. The Hermit. 10 of Pentacles. The Sun. A relationship situation. Release desired outcomes. Positive course of action. The Hermit, the 10 of Pentacles, the Sun. All the answers are actually within you. You're being guided towards your 10 of Pentacles. You're being guided towards your destined path. You're being guided to be happy. Live happily. Be happy. Protect your inner child. Listen to your inner child. With the Queen, I almost said the Queen. The Chariot and the Queen of Wands. It's like you have to take this next step. But who is the one that has to be released? What is this deceptive energy? There's a Knight of Wands. What is the deceptive energy here? Temperance, 5 of Swords, 6 of Cups, Page of Cups. One more. Lovers, 8 of Wands, 8 of Swords, the 7 of Swords. Okay. Yeah, something from the past. The Tower at the bottom with the 5 of Wands and the 10 of Swords, 10 of Cups. This could be a lover. This could be, I'm also seeing childhood family, because I see the Sun and I see the 6 of Cups and I see the Page of Cups. It's like family. Could be family as well. There's family members. Could also be ex-lovers too, like an ex, like someone you were in a connection with that you cut off, that you ended the connection with the Lovers. I feel like I heard somebody ask, like, what about situationships? What about situationships? Situationships are different though, because situationships, right? With a situationship, there's no real title. There's no real direction that is named. It's like, yeah, you know, I want to just hang out with you, talk to you, get to know you. There's no true direction that is chosen. There's no choice that is made. The lovers is a decision card. You have to make a choice. There's a decision. This can be people that you've already decided on. If we're talking a past situationship that had you feeling a little whacked out and in your head and in your mind, let's get one card for that. Chariot. I mean, you moved forward already, right? You moved on, right? Two of Swords. So why look back? Ace of Pentacles. My thing is, if you're dealing with a situationship, they're gonna have to meet you fully in the lover's energy of, I'm ready to make a choice. I'm ready to make a decision. If this is an ex that you have to completely release, don't take them back. If they've already done you wrong and they broke your heart, completely betrayed you, and they already said, I wanted to be with you, I want to build something with you. We're talking relationships. When someone says they want to be in a relationship with you and they want to build something with you, if they have hurt you and you broke up with them, that's the ex that we're talking about, and the devil energy that comes back. The situationships, if we're talking situationships, your situationship didn't tell you they wanted to be with you and they wanted to build a connection with you. They wanted to get to know you, of course. They wanted to connect, but there was no verbally spoken, like, I want to build, I want to be tied to you, I want to be in a connection, I want to date you. That's the difference right there. I mean, if this is a past situationship, let's get advice. If there's a past situationship, Nine of Wands, Death at the bottom, Page of Cups, Judgment, Three of Swords, Death. Okay, well, look, if it's a past situationship and it did break your heart, and it didn't, like, nothing was built, and you feel abandoned by it, keep meeting people. Keep going outside, keep connecting with individuals, you know? The lover that you think it is, the lover that you want it to be, may not be the lover that it is, you know? It could be, though, because people change. But regardless of what other people say, oh no, they're still the same. People change, but you have to see it in action. 6:16 on my clock. You have to see them in action. You have to see them physically. They have to appear to you and show you the changes. They can't just speak the changes. They have to show it. Yeah. Collective, I'm gonna leave it right there, right? Just because, but I really feel like this thing that has to be released is really leaning more on, look who is hiding in between the Six of Cups, the Six of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. It was the Emperor hiding. He thought I wouldn't see him. He thought I wasn't gonna see him, you feel me? Low key, this could very well be somebody you have met previously that wants to give to you. Shit, it could be a past situation. Who knows? Only you really know your story, right? Only you really know the connections that are at the forefront. Now, if you want to know whether they've changed, once again, you have to see the action. You can't sit here and jump right into it. Give it 3 months. Give that person 3 months. If there's a past situationship that want to come back and try again, give them 3 months to show you before you think about touching them, before you think about smooching them, before you think about loving on them. Give them 3 months to show you. That means talking, that means dating and bonding, and that also means figuring out how you are compatible. Because you can have attraction for someone all you want, but are you compatible? Do you have the same hobbies? Can you grow the same? Like, do you like the same things? Do you believe in the same things? You know? Seven of Swords. What's this plan? Because I see the Page of Pentacles at the bottom. Like, do you believe in it? It's Eight of Wands. Yeah, this is something that's secret too. This is someone you've already met. You probably don't even know that they'd be interested in you. The stars at the bottom though, and it's like, yeah, 5 of Coins, 3 of Cups. I'm seeing it again. It's like, more. 8 of Lord, someone's thinking about coming forward with the moon. Tell me about this Emperor. Just real quick. Page of Cups reverse. Three of Swords reverse. King of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. Three of Cups. I thought so. Yeah, one more. Justice. And what's the justice? For the past. Empress. Magician at the bottom. Yeah, so if this is a past situationship, I see a couple of situations playing out here. So if it's a past situationship, it's kind of like they do regret how things were handled in the past, their immaturity, their lack of emotional attachment. They recognize it was that, you know. And as far as the Three of Swords in reverse with the Page of Cups reverse, it's kind of like they want to remove the wounding that their immaturity has caused. If the question here is how, for them, or this could be cross-watcher watching, how do you remove the wounding? You show up differently. You show up Magician energy, King of Cups. That's how you show up. You show up vulnerable and honest. This person could be coming to you vulnerable and honest. The Hermit with the Ten of Pentacles and the Sun after that. This person is, it's like shedding skin. It's really giving that. Someone's shedding skin. They're going to come in passionate though, because King of Wands energy, that's some fine shit energy. Let's be real. Emperor energy and King of Wands energy is some fine shit energy. But so is King of Cups too. So chat, that is all I have for today. I'm gonna tap out because I completely went a little bit in depth just to clarify a bit. And I think that's where this High Priestess Two of Pentacles went in, because it's like there's kind of a weighing here. There may be two people coming towards you, and you decipher who you feel is befitting for you. But y'all, if you like that, please like the video, comment, subscribe, share this. I will catch y'all on the flip side, my people. Keep it real, keep it PG, keep it P, nah, I mean, keep it real nice, and just be the superstar that you always meant to be. Shine the brightest, and don't you ever regret being that star that you are. All right, peace.